Hi, my name is Chris Ryan and you've joined me here at the Belfry. We are on the Brabazon course. We are on the 10th hole, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to deal with this situation, which is a fairway bunker shot. And this one's especially tricky because it's over water to a green which is very, very well protected. Just before we go through exactly what I want you to do, in the corner of the screen you should have the details for my Facebook account, for my Twitter and for my Instagram, so please make sure you go ahead and you follow me on those. Right, so let's talk about the situation that we have got. I've hit my ball into the bunker. I've got 130 yards to the flag. I'm obviously in the sand. It's a good lie. I don't really have much option of hitting this ball short because I've got a bunker and I've got water, and the green is very, very well protected. So we really want to make sure that we hit this shot as we'd like, and really want to make sure that we guard against some things that we don't want. So we're going to go through 3 things, as I say, that you might want to do, which are going to help you execute this shot a little bit better. Point number 1 is to take extra club. So I've got 130 yards here, which normally from the fairway would be my gap wedge. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to select, I should say, my pitching wedge. So I've taken 1 more club, and we'll come to a little bit why that's important in a moment. So let's talk about strike. Let's think about maybe the 3 options. Good strike would be fine. If we strike this ball well, that should give us the right distance, that's absolutely fine. If we catch this ball slightly thin, so maybe a little bit lower in the club face, again, that would probably be okay. That's not going to affect the distance too much. It might just flight it a little bit lower. If we hit the ball slightly heavy, that's probably going to be the worst of our 3 options, because that ball's certainly going to land short of the desired distance, and that means it's going to land in the bunker or in the water. I'm then going to drop, and that's when I'm really going to take my high score. So we really want to try and make sure that we almost push towards a slightly lower strike in the face as our miss, if you like. So point number 1 was take more club. Point number 2 is to play the ball fractionally further back in the stance than you would normally. So I'm going to play this pitching wedge maybe so the front of the golf ball is in the middle of my stance. So technically that ball is slightly back of centre. Now for a pitching wedge, I would normally play this centre, maybe slightly forward of centre, depending on what I was trying to do with that ball flight. Now, the reason we're going to do that is because the golf club is working on an arc. We know that. If we can catch that ball slightly earlier in the arc, we'd reduce the risk of that club hitting the sand before it goes at the ball. And that's really, really important. I say we're almost trying to work towards a slightly, almost a groove too low in the strike, if you like. The third point is to preset a little bit of weight into your lead side, maybe 60%, and feel that we make a very, very centered turn. I don't really want any sort of lateral shift to the right in the backswing. Again, what that's going to do is it's going to bring the chances of our low point being earlier into play, and that's the shot we really want to try and avoid. Now, our first point was to take more club. The reason we want to take more club is I would like you to swing this golf club slightly slower. The reason for that is the surface we're on is not sort of, it's firm, it's obviously loose sand. If we try and hit this ball as hard as we can, there's a very good chance that my feet are going to slip, are going to move, and that's going to cause me to misstrike it, and that's going to unfortunately going to cause that ball to go a shorter distance. So we've got 3 things. We've got to take more club, play the ball slightly further back in the stance, and preset maybe a fraction more weight onto your lead side and feel that you stay centered over that golf ball. Everything we're doing here is to maximize or to really control the strike, because it's the strike that's going to get that ball to finish where we want. If the strike goes, we can't really predict where the ball's going to go. We could land it on the fairway, it could be in the bunker, it could be in the water. It's unpredictable. So the 3 things we're trying to do: slower swing, ball fractionally further back, and a more centered turn with a little bit more weight forward. Those 3 things are hopefully going to guarantee the strike, and that in turn is going to help that ball finish on the green. Right, let me have a go. I've got my pitching wedge, I've got 130 yards. I'm going to do all those 3 things. And I'm not really massively concerned with the flag here. I'm just going to hopefully get this ball onto the green. If I can get this ball to a point where I'm using putter as my next club, I'm going to be extremely happy. So let's have a go. So more club, ball slightly further back, a little bit of weight left, nice and centered, and see if I can get that ball before the sand. Okay, and I'll be very, very happy with that. Definitely got the ball first, then the sand. That's landed on the green. A little bit left of the flag, so it was a little bit close to the water, but that's absolutely fine. I'm putting for my next shot, and as I say, that is really the goal of these shots, is to make sure you're getting this up and around the green not hitting it into the trouble 50 yards short of the green. So hopefully those 3 things are going to help you when you find yourself in this situation. Hopefully you won't have quite as tricky one as that when you've got water and a really well protected green. But if you can employ those 3 things, you might find you get better success when you yourself, but they don't become too much of a hazard if you can play them correctly. So thank you very much for watching. Any comments you have, you can pop those in the boxes down below. There's also a like button down there, so if you did like the video, please click on that. And if you haven't done it already, then please subscribe. There's loads more videos already on there and loads more being uploaded weekly. So please click the link, take you to my page, subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.